Beaten run continues, 3 points in the bag. How pleased are you with that?
Absolutely made up. It's a fantastic result. It's not a great performance, but it's a fantastic result. They've come here today, beaten Portsmouth 3-0 about 2 weeks ago. So they've got a good set of players and a manager. And sometimes when those teams haven't got a lot to play for, they're quite dangerous teams to play against and played with a lot of freedom. And I'm not going to dress it up. It wasn't our best performance of the season. You know what though? It's the biggest 3 points of the season by a shadow of a doubt. And you know, we're on the way to playing League One football next year. And there's a lot of teams that aren't going to be playing League One football or might be involved in the playoffs this year, and clubs that are at big clubs, and they won't be because they don't turn up week in, week out. My team turn up week in, week out and put a lot on the line. Sometimes good, sometimes average, sometimes not so good. But you know what? They want to win games of football, and they've wanted to win games of football right from the start of the pre-season as a group. And 85 points with 8 games to go tells exactly the story about what these players are all about. And they're a bit disappointed in there because the performances weren't good. And I've said you've got nothing to be disappointed about. You know, the effort that they put in. Sometimes getting over the line is the hardest thing when you get that close. Obviously, a lot of expectancy on us to play champagne football, but I don't care how we get those results. As long as we get those results, and we've got another one today, another 3 points, another win, and you know, that's all really where we're at.
We spoke before the match about winning games of football in all various different ways, and you know, it wasn't as free flowing, it wasn't as free scoring as you're used to here, but you know, you ground that result out.
Absolutely, you know, it wasn't. You know, we were frustrated on the sideline. There was a little bit of a sense of frustration in the stands because, you know, we've played ever so well all season, especially at home, and we wasn't. And it was, you feel a little bit helpless on the side. You try and change the shape, you try and introduce subs, but sometimes, you know, it just doesn't happen for you. But what you have to do is stick in the game and keep the ball out the back of the net, and we've done that. However we needed to do, we've done that, and when we've had an opportunity, we've stuck it in. You know, and that's really the game of football. You know, we'd all love. You know, I hear loads of stuff about being great from box to box, and they play fantastic football. Some of them fantastic football sides, you know, will be playing League 2 football next year, and we won't be. We'll be playing League 1 football next year, by scrapping it out if we have to, playing decent football when we have to, being efficient, keeping the ball out of the net and sticking the ball in the back of the net, and we've done that at a level that we've not really played to, but desire and commitment and enthusiasm and effort and all those horrible parts of the game that you have to do, they've done it today, and they've got big 3 points.